In our first battle, we lost because our attributes were not optimized. After making some adjustments, we managed to defeat the same opponent who had 1 million more CP than us. Welcome on board the Meta Instincts channel. In this video, we will discuss the concept of selecting ship parts, trinkets, and gems based on vital attributes and share the exciting deals from GemZ. When building your fleet, focus on the vital attributes of critical rate, critical damage, critical resistance, damage, and attack. Rage is another crucial factor, but we can't enhance it through ship parts or trinkets. If you're interested in rage, please comment rage. Please note that we won't cover flagship in today's video, but you can refer to this video. How much? We can't boost every attribute because increasing one often means sacrificing others. Therefore, we need to balance them to optimize the fleet's potential. Let's take a look at each attribute individually. The attack bonus is often plentiful. For example, level 32 red ship parts like the Blade of Freedom contribute 59.55% of the attack bonus. Combined with other sources such as stargazing, season bonuses, and specialization, we can easily surpass 100% attack bonus. But how much of an attack bonus is considered reasonable? We discussed the relationship between attack and damage bonuses in a previous video. To sum it up, we need to narrow the gap between them. For instance, having 100% attack and 100% damage is better than having 150% attack and 50% damage. While the damage bonus is unavailable in ship parts, we can obtain it from trinkets and gems. Prioritizing an increase in the damage bonus is essential. We should only consider increasing the attack bonus after the damage bonus exceeds the attack bonus. Maintaining an optimum critical rate of 100% is crucial. Achieving a 100% critical rate means landing critical hits with every strike. Anything beyond 100% is wasteful. The Cutthroat ship will have a higher critical rate than other battleships if you have the exclusive trinkets from Bones and Onimusha. We can sacrifice some critical rates for other attributes. A future video will cover the Cutthroat Setup 2.0. Please comment on Cutthroat 2.0 if you're interested. Critical damage is available in ship parts and red gems. Acquiring as much critical damage as possible is vital. Critical resistance and armor are crucial defensive attributes. Critical resistance and reduced received critical damage are more valuable than armor because we expect the most damage from critical hits. We can obtain them from ship parts and green gems. Armor bonus is a second option. If you're spending money on Sea of Conquest, GemZ has the best deal in the market. As Bundle Up's sister company, GemZ helps thousands of players save digital taxes and offers up to 15% discount on bundles. For example, UK players would pay over $127 for a 10,000 Gleamstones bundle. However, with GemZ it's just $87.99, saving over 30% from digital tax and discount, and you save even more as you spend. Plus, first-time users will get a $10 credit for any bundle. Take advantage of flash deals and giveaways on their Discord server. Click the link in the description and start saving today with GemZ. Ship parts. Damage-specific types of ship parts, such as Banquet of the Reaper for strategic, are preferred over Blade of Freedom as it provides a 10% damage bonus to the specific type of damage rather than an attack bonus. This is the first instance where we trade off attack for a damage bonus. If your ship has two damage types, such as blazing and drowning, it's recommended to pick Fury of the Storm. It increases the attack by 20% and all types of damage by 10%, effectively combining the best features of two ship parts. These ship parts can be acquired from the auction and Gang Mint store. However, it's advisable to group heroes with the same damage type on the same ship unless a unique combo or strategy is in place. For example, consider changing the mix of blazing and drowning to an entire drowning ship and use the corresponding ship parts based on the damage type. Level 32 red ship parts will contribute 57% critical rate, 115% critical damage, and a 59% attack bonus. However, they don't provide any armor bonus or critical resistance. We will need to get them from Trinkets. Trinkets commonly provide attack and damage bonuses. However, Bones and Onimusha's trinkets offer critical rates and are considered exceptions. We will cover them in the Cutthroat 2.0 video. In most cases, you will begin with a low damage bonus. Opting for a damage bonus trinket can significantly improve your ship performance. Unfortunately, most damage bonus trinkets like the Undying Oath for strategic and Withered Heart for artillery are exclusive and require Hong Kong to obtain. Only the blazing and drowning heroes can access regular trinkets with damage bonuses, such as the Chain of Bombs and Vulcan crossbow. If you use 2 Chain of Bombs on your drowning ship, the effects from duplicate trinkets will not stack. However, attribute bonuses, like the 30% blazing and drowning damage, will always be added to the ship. Bloodfang is the better option for Adeline, but in its absence, you can opt for Chain of Bombs or Vulcan crossbow. The effects won't stack, but that's fine, as the goal is to benefit from the bonus damage provided by Chain of Bombs. For other battleships, exclusive gear is needed to get a damage bonus. For example, Shadow Serpent on Sara provides up to 36% strategic damage. Equipping the Demise Proclamation on Griffin can increase the critical rate of the strategic ship. However, this step is not necessary if you don't have the exclusive gear. If you have trinkets with damage bonuses, use them, otherwise equip your heroes with the best available trinkets. You can make final attribute adjustments using gems. Gem Season specialization is available starting from Season 2 onwards. In Seasons 4 and 5, a slightly more complex gem system allows us to choose the type of gem slot. In version 2.0 setup, our slot selection will be based on the gem we have available and the attribute we need. The first slot we will plan is the yellow gem. Since the yellow gem boosts single type damage, we can't expect to raise all damage. We must prioritize 2 damage types that are the strongest in our fleet. The top priority is Cutthroat because it's crucial for winning battles. The second priority is the strategic type because it has the highest damage output in our fleet. If your artillery is stronger than strategic, you should pick artillery. We'll start with the 30% slot for yellow gems. Next, we'll plan for a 40% slot for green gems. Critical resistance is the top choice. We'll pick as many as possible. Lastly, the red gem will take the remaining slots. We'll use the red gems to boost the critical rate to 100% for most ships. The remaining slots will be filled with critical damage gems. We'll make adjustments if we don't have sufficient gems. For example, if we lack high-level critical resistance gems, we'll trade off the slot for red gems. Here is the specialization strength we got from gems in S5. Here is the result of our strategic ship. The attack and damage bonuses are 131.3% and 129.6%. The gap is close. The critical rate is 109.9%, ensuring a guaranteed critical hit with every strike. The critical damage is 204.8%. The critical resistance is 42.2%, effectively reducing incoming damage. Following these guidelines will optimize your fleet and outsmart similar level competition. Alright, it is the end of today's sharing. Please like and share it with your members. I'm Alan from Meta Instincts. See you soon.